this lesson, we're going to learn the popular TikTok sea shanty, the Wellerman. We'll look at how to play the melody, how to strum along with some chords, and then we'll glue the two together in a fingerstyle arrangement. This one's not too tricky, it's a good one to have a go at if you're just getting started with melody and fingerstyle playing. I'll put the tabs on screen for you to follow along with, and you can download the sheet music for free. Once you've got the hang of it, there's also a backing track that you can play along with. Links are going to be in the description. This song uses the D minor scale, so to make it easier to play, we're going to have a look at how to play the D minor scale. First, we're going to need a D note, fret 2 on the C string. Then we're going to need an E, open E string, an F on fret 1, an open G, open A, B flat on fret 1 of the A string, and then a C on fret 3, and finally a D on fret number 5. We start the melody with an anacrusis or a lead-in note before the start of the first bar. In this case, we're going to play an open A, and then we're going to play 4 Ds and an F before a full bar of A. We then have a B flat before 3 open Gs, and then 2 more B flats. Make sure you use your index finger for these B flats, because next we're going to need 2 Ds on fret number 5, and I use my little finger, and then 3 open As. Then we have this nice little rising melody, a D, E, F, G, and then 4 As. And then we go back down the scale. As you can probably start to see, if you know the scale up and down, it's going to make playing this tune much easier. For the chorus, we're going to start right at the top of the scale with these 2 Ds, before a B flat, and then quickly 2 Cs. Next, we're going to have 3 Fs, and then you want to roll your index finger up to the A string to get this B flat, and then 2 Gs, and an A and a B flat. And we end the phrase with a descending arpeggio, A, F, D. An arpeggio is just the notes of a chord, in this case a D minor chord, but played one at a time rather than all at once. The second half of the chorus is very similar to the way we just played it, but this time we're going to add a C in between the Ds and the B flat at the start of the phrase. The second phrase we keep the same. And we end the chorus with this nice descending run. From there, we can go back to the beginning and play another verse and another chorus. To strum along with this song, we're going to need a few chords from the key of D minor. We're going to need a D minor chord. We're going to need an F major chord, a G minor chord, an A7 chord, and a B flat major chord. I've used a few different strum patterns in the backing track for this song to help support the melody, but if changing between them is a little too hard to start with, I recommend just doing a down, down, up, down, down, all the way through, like this. If you want to add in a little more variety to your strumming, you can start with this 2-bar strum pattern. I'll do it using a D minor chord to start with. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. After doing it on D minor, we're going to do it on a G minor chord, changing back to D minor half the way through. We then have another 2 bars of D minor, but this time we're just going to play down, down, up, down, down, up, twice, like this. We're then going to end the verse with an A7, playing down, down, up, down, up, down, up, and a D minor, down, up, down, up, down, down. For the chorus, we start with the same 2-bar pattern we used for the verse, but with a B flat to F this time. we do it on a G minor to a D. And another B flat to F. And we end the chorus in the same way we do with the verse. We're just going to take out the very last strum of the D minor. Taking that last strum out allows us to go back into the verse again, gives a space for the melody to come through. Let's hear what it sounds like all together. Fingerstyle arrangement, we're going to glue together the chords in the melody. There's going to be a couple of chords and melody notes that we're going to need to change the position of to make it work, but we'll cover them when they come up. To give the illusion there are two people playing the song at the same time, try to keep the chords ringing out for as long as you can whilst playing the melody. This may take a bit of practice, but keep it slow while you're learning, and it will build up some good muscle memory. Before you know it, your fingers will just do it on their own without you having to tell them what to do. For the first two bars of the verse, we can just hold a D minor chord and pluck the melody out. But to help give the tune a pulse and add in some harmony, we're going to add a strum of this D minor chord at the start of each bar. Notice that when we strum this D minor chord, the highest note that we hear is this A. This means that if we're playing an A in the melody and we strum the chord, we don't need to play that A note again. Next we have a G minor chord. Then, while still holding the chord, we can play the G notes either on fret 3 of the E string or using the open G. We can also play the B flats on fret number 1 of the A string, but we're not going to. We're going to use fret number 6 of the E string. Getting to this D minor 11 chord is going to be much easier if we're up here already. The highest note in this D chord is a D, which is what we need for the melody next. So after strumming the chord, we're going to play that D note one more time. Then we're going to need 3 A's. Now we could use the open A string, but because we're up here already and we want the chord to ring out, we're going to use the A on fret 5 of the E string. Just twice though, the third A, we are going to use the open string, so we can get back down to this D minor chord. Then we have to run up the scale. Try and keep as much of the chord fretted as you can during this run. It will not only sound great, but it will mean that you can just strum the chord again at the start of the next bar before playing 3 more open A's. Next we're going to have an A7 chord and an open G, followed by 2 F's, an open E, and we're going to end the verse with another D minor chord and a D. For the chorus, we start with a B flat chord, but we need a D in the melody. So we're going to play this B flat 6 chord, which has the D on the A string. We then need a B flat before this F chord with a C on the top. This chord has got all the notes we need it for the next bar. We're then going to have a G minor, and then 2 G's, an open A, and a B flat before running down a D minor arpeggio. The second half of the chorus is very similar. We start with this B flat 6 and a D, but then we're going to pull off from the C to the B flat before going back to the same bar we did with F. And then we're going to have an A7 chord, followed by an open G, F, and an E, taking us to a final D minor chord. If you want to run another verse and chorus, go right back to the start.